Hi, I'm Susan Littlefield. It's time to review what's been happening in these agricultural markets. And joining us today is going to be Sam Hudson. Sam is with Cornbelt Marketing. And over the weekend, we knew tariff talk discussions were going to come up. Maybe not to the extreme we saw with Colombia, but obviously it definitely made the market news.
Well, that's right, and it's maybe gone as quickly as it arrived too. This standoff or whatever you want to call it only seemed to last about 6 to 8 hours, and I think this is going to be typical fashion in terms of how Trump deals with some of these other countries. But we're Colombia's biggest trade partner, and so it's going to have a bigger effect on them if anything were to come to fruition. But right now, the brakes have been put on all of that until some pending negotiations can take place, and they walked back that resistance here pretty quickly. So definitely in for some bumps and turbulence here moving forward. The broader markets are obviously taking a little bit of a dive today too on some of this AI news, and so when you have that money flow working against the general winds here, we just hope we see a turnaround Tuesday here and offer some stability.
And that add to it that 25% discussion of percentage with Mexico and Canada, two of our biggest next door neighbor partners.
That's right. And then, some of that rhetoric seemed to be going well, prior to Trump's, entering in, the actual Oval Office. And so hopefully that carries over to some of these, discussions moving forward. If it does, then, we got a pretty good path for trade still. Interesting to see another flash sale here this morning too. Mexico has been very, very hot on the front end here to secure some of those inventories, particularly for corn. And so hopefully we don't see anything to derail that, but I think it's in their best interest to hang on to it. And it's in our best interest to see the same. So.
And many folks are saying they can't wait for this week's drought monitor map to come out. As dry as it has been in the Midwest and as deep of snow it's been in the South.
Yeah, and that bear cover with all those cold temperatures out west last week certainly didn't do offer any help to the cause here. And this is going to be a talking point as we get into spring. And of course, you never know when the law averages starts to come back at us too. So we'll keep an eye on the change for that weather pattern, but have not seen that to date yet. And it's very similar in South America. We still see some sporadic showers in Argentina to help bridge the gap, but I think we should still expect their production estimates to come lower. As long as Brazil's in good shape, though, we kind of have the same record playing.
All right. Sounds good, folks. We're going to dive more into this later today during the channel final bell. And Sam Hudson will be joining me once again. And we'll also talk about what's going on with this cattle market. You're not going to want to miss it. You can pick it up as a podcast at ruralradionetwork.com. I'm Susan Littlefield for the Rural Radio Network.